August 10th, 2022 is a day Vaughn Grissom will never, ever forget. He makes his Major League debut wearing number 18 for the world champion Atlanta Braves. The 21-year-old starts and plays second in Game 2 tonight. Champion Atlanta Braves baseball is presented by Truist. For the final time in 2022, we join you from Boston, Mass. and historic Fenway Park, where the Braves won a marathon last night. If they can win tonight, they'll pick up a 2-game sweep here in America's most beloved ballpark. It's been a very busy and exciting day for the Atlanta Braves, who have brought up Vaughn Grissom from Double-A. He's in the lineup and playing second base. Kirby Yates reinstated from the injured list. Adam Duvall transferred to the 60-day IL. And as we saw last night, tough break for Orlando Arcia. He injured his hamstring and was placed on the injured list before today's play. Chip Carey, Brian Jordan, Peter Moylan. Guys, it's a great day. Anytime a kid makes his big league debut, it's awfully exciting, and a beaming smile for Vaughn Grissom moments ago.
I'll tell you what, I'm more excited than this kid. I'm chest bumping him doing batting practice, but his family's here. He's excited. 11th round pick back in 2019. And guys, he's been on a fast track. Started out in Rome this year, but played 22 games in Mississippi, hitting over 300. Hey, we saw Michael Harris do it. I wouldn't be surprised if Grissom comes up here and tears it up, guys.
And Peter, as we mentioned, that's not the only new face for the Braves. The Braves bullpen gets a big arm tonight.
Yeah, a new face for Braves fans, but certainly not a rookie. He's been around for a long time. All you get with Kirby Yates is a 2019 All-Star who led the National League in saves with 41. So we're talking about a guy that's been around there. I'm interested to see what he comes back with. He's going to feature a four-seam and a split finger, which is a combination the Braves fans have not seen.
Well, a great place to play a Major League game, a great place for your big league or team debut. That'll be the case for Yates and Grissom. And when we come back, Kelly Kroll took Michael Harris behind the monster. Michael Harris played his first game at Fenway Park last night and had a big ball game. That and more as we continue with you on Valley Sports from Fenway Park in Boston after the break.
Synovus, the bank that helps you get there.
We are minutes away from baseball in Boston here at historic Fenway Park. Vaughn Grissom set to make his big league debut. Michael Harris played his first game here last night with a couple of hits and an RBI, and he also toured the monster with Kelly Kroll.
It's obviously really historic stadium, and I mean the closest thing I've seen to it was JetBlue, and I mean this is way better than JetBlue, honestly. There's actually seats in the monster.
Yeah.
Seats in center field, so I mean, it's a really nice stadium.
When you see this park, Michael, what's some of the first things you think about?
Basically, all the legends that have played here. I mean, just being able to stand on this field is kind of crazy. Yeah, standing from back there, it looks like 15 feet, and then you get up here, and it just doesn't stop. I mean, I'm gonna use it to my advantage, I guess. Try to hit it this way, and it's an automatic hit, I guess. Oh, it's a big. Okay.
How about that?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Who will provide the Braves' signature moment in Game 2 in Boston tonight? Perhaps Michael Harris, perhaps Vaughn Grissom, perhaps Kyle Wright, who faces Nick Pivetta in the series wrap-up. The Braves look to win 2 in a row at historic Fenway Park, and we'll have lineups. First pitch from Boston, Mass. right after this. fun game we had in Boston last night. The Braves beat the Red Sox 9-7, your final score. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Austin Riley sparking the Braves offense with their 13-hit attack, and those two guys are ready to rock and roll again in Game 2 and keep the good times rolling for the Bravos.
Man, it looks so good to see Acuna just hitting ground balls, base hits, getting on base, using his speed, and Austin Riley, man, he is still getting a double away from the cycle yesterday. Unbelievable. He is still hot, and hopefully those two can get it done again tonight.
And it's a different looking lineup in this regard. It is, as we said a moment ago, a thrill to see a kid make his major league debut, and that's exactly what's going to happen tonight. Vaughn Grissom, 21 years old, the third youngest player in the major leagues, will hit ninth, play second base behind his former teammate at Double-A, Michael Harris II, who's had a terrific series here at Fenway Park. I mean, look at this Braves team, guys. Defending world champions, veteran players, but still a very young team that gets even younger for Game 2 tonight.
You know, that's the great thing about the Braves. I mean, they find the right guys for this organization. They move them through quick and give them opportunities early. And these young guys are taking off. You're right. I mean, you look at the future of this ball club. We got a lot of young pieces that are going to be around for a long time, and Vaughn Grissom may be the next piece.
So he's part of the Braves Toyota starting lineup, and Atlanta faces an old friend, Nick Pivetta. We've seen him before with the Phillies. Now Peter's starting with the Red Sox.
It's been a tale of two seasons for Nick so far this year. He got off to a slow start, and then through May and June had almost a unbelievable turnaround, kept hitters to under a 200 average for the 2 whole months, and then last 2 months he's sort of struggled a little bit. So hopefully the Braves can take advantage of that. We've seen him a lot, so it should be very familiar.
So, Brian, for the Braves to sweep this 2-game series and pick up their 3rd win on the road trip, what are your forward keys?
Well, they're going to have to get the pitch count up of Pivetta. He's been struggling. Look at his last 7 starts, 0-3 with a 7.71 ERA. Make him throw pitches. He will walk you if you let him. And then, my man, Kyle Wright. Keep it low in the zone. Gave up 4 home runs his last start against the Mets, which is unusual. Doesn't happen, but he got some balls up, and the Mets took advantage of it. Keep it down tonight.
Is there a lovelier night for a baseball game than this one at Fenway Park? We have dealt with hot, muggy weather. You'd expect that in the month of August, but Mother Nature cooperating. A few puffy clouds overhead, gentle breeze blowing left to right, and the temperatures in the low 70s with low humidity too. It is a perfect night for our last visit with the Red Sox here at Fenway Park in 2022. Brian Snitker and the Braves 66-46 on the year, much improved against the American League. The Braves have won 7 of their 11 interleague matchups. And as Alex Cora, things have not gone well for him and his Red Sox. They're 3 games under 500 tonight. So off we go. Nick Pivetta's first pitch.
I don't think Ronald Acuna expected a slot of the first pitch. Looking for that fastball. Wanted to ambush him.
Well, Ronald has done that this entire road trip. 11 hits in 6 games, and he swung so hard he fell down right on top of the plate.
Came back with the same exact pitch. Ronald Acuna wanted that one.
Ronald 3 hits, 3 runs last night, and that one over his head. And Pivetta with a bad miss, and Acuna looks out at him as he's seated in the right-hand batter's box.
You can see Nick was not happy with that pitch. He kicked the dirt straight away. That's not where you want that location, and he's frustrated with himself.
I think he was frustrated with Acuna falling across the plate and wanted to send a message there, Pete. He's a veteran.
This one popped up toward first. Dahlbeck is in for Hosmer. Eric fouled the ball off his knee last night. So Dahlbeck gets the start at first base, and Acuna is retired for out number 1. Here's Dansby Swanson. Man, oh man, what a great professional, huge clutch at bat Dansby provided the Braves in the 8th inning last night.
Man, and we're so used to seeing it all year. He gets behind 0-2, 1-2. Next thing you know, it's 3-2, and he drove that ball to the right side. Big clutch hit last night for the Braves.
Dansby with 16 homers, 59 driven in. More hits than any player in the major leagues since May 23rd. He has 94 of them.
As a hitter, if you're watching, he started to cool off with sliders, and then he throws that first fastball to Dansby.
The Red Sox give Dansby the right side of the infield for Pivetta. And he takes a shot that way and pops it behind first. Long run, Dahlbeck into foul ground, and he got to the tarp, but came up short. So there's a break for Dansby. He gets a swing on the house, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a ball. I think Dahlbeck, you gotta make that catch. Get over to the wall and then look up. You can't be running and looking at the same time. You'll never make that catch.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Pivetta's first strikeout. He's averaging about a strikeout per inning pitch. That's number 120 for the Boston right-hander. And Austin Riley is the hitter with the bases empty and 2 outs.
Now, Peter, you look at Pivetta, and this guy has success against the Braves in the past. You know, despite being 0-3 in his last 7 games, I mean, he's coming out here with some confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, sure is. The pitch mix is a little different than what we're used to seeing from him, too. He's usually a high 4-seam fastball guy.
But it's really been a struggle for Pivetta after a terrific June. He had a 9.38 ERA in July. And with Chris Sale out, they really need Pivetta to pick up the pace if they're to have any hope of getting back into wild card consideration in the American League. Pivetta 8-8 individually so far this year. Meanwhile, Austin Riley, as we talked about, had a gigantic game for the Braves last night. His 3rd career 5 RBI game, including a home run over the Green Monster. And out into the parking lot, Riley's 30th home run of the season.
And that's a pretty good bounce back for him. He didn't have the best series in New York, but he started out really, really good last night, which is a great sign for the Braves. He's still locked in.
On the ground toward third, Devers has that, and a strike to first will retire the Braves in order. Kyle Wright will face the Red Sox. No score at Fenway. Vaughn Grissom, who makes his way to second base for the first time as a major league player. We saw him before the game with his mom right by the Braves dugout. She was wiping away tears, taking pictures. Guys, I'm sure this is a moment you remember very well yourselves.
No doubt about it. And I love the fact that you call him up and you throw him right in that lineup. That happened to me in my career going to St. Louis. My first day, unexpected. Galarraga gets hit in opening day, breaks his wrist. I'm up the next day and starting for the St. Louis Cardinals. So didn't have a chance to think, and I think that's what he's going through right now.
I'd like to see him get a ground ball out of the way early. I think that's going to be the biggest nerve issue he has. Once that first ground ball is fielded and he realizes it's just baseball, he'll be able to roll.
So Kyle Wright, the National League wins leader, gets things started here in game 2 on the mound for the Braves. Kyle at 13-5 on the year, making his first ever start against the Red Sox here at Fenway Park. So he might have a few butterflies too, even though he has more wins than anyone else in the senior circuit.
You're right. It doesn't matter where you've played before. Walking into this place is just a special place. You hear all the stories, you see everything. It's just so old and just, it's such a beautiful place, and it really does grab you.
Kyle has been on a terrific roll for the Braves. His personal 6-game win streak was interrupted by the Mets, who hit 4 homers against him up in New York. And a chance for Riley. Gave ground, and a perfect throw gets Tommy Pham, who's atop the Boston Red Sox Toyota starting lineup. 1 up, 1 down for Rafael Devers, who bats second. Xander Bogaerts third. Alex Verdugo fourth. Christian Arroyo had a big game last night. And Jarren Duran, the speedster in center field, is the 9th place hitter. Devers 0 for 4 last night. One of the biggest outs of the game came in the 7th inning. The 7th of 11 played last night when A.J. Minter struck this man out.
Man, that was huge. Fastball up in the zone. Devers just couldn't catch up with it.
And that hasn't happened often for the Boston third baseman, who's hitting .310, 24 homers. And there's that first chance. Welcome to the show, Vaughn Grissom. A perfect peg and 2 are out.
Look at that smile. That's irreplaceable. That's a moment he'll never forget. And you could see he wanted to get rid of it nice and quickly.
Yes,
Matt wasn't at the base yet. That's fantastic.
Now, after making that play, you got to look in the stands and find your mom.
That's for sure.
She's the one who's crying. She'll be easy to find, right?
Yep.
There's Vaughn's family. They flew in from Orlando earlier today to see their son make his major league debut. He's just handled his first chance at second base. Now Xander Bogaerts is the batter. And high, ball 1. Bogaerts had an 8th inning hit last night. It was a double. He's one away from 300 doubles in his major league career.
Xander's had a real good career. Going to be a free agent at the end of the year. Wow. Took a chance betting on himself.
Dansby, terrific play. 360 spin and airmails it into the Boston dugout. Tough break. Great effort to get to the ball, but Bogaerts will get an extra base with 2 outs. Don't often see that from Dansby. He has such a strong and accurate arm.
Yeah, Dansby makes a great play. We've seen this play 100 times this year. Just let that one get away. Sometimes when you try to just ease the ball, that's why I know if he's going to go to that dugout and watch, he's going to say always throw it hard. Never ease up on it.
So a 2-base error brings up Alex Verdugo, who was 3 for 5 last night. I thought about this last night. You know who Verdugo reminds me of, the way he stands in the batter's box? Jock Peterson.
Yeah, good comparison.
A bat resting on the shoulder. Open stance. Looks very, very relaxed.
I'm sure the Red Sox would be happy if he turns out to be Jock Peterson.
This is where Kyle Wright has made such great strides from season to season. Gets in a little trouble and more often than not has pitched himself out of it.
Yeah, that's a big great opportunity to pitch himself out of it, but also pitch Dansby out of it, because you know if this run scores, it's going to sit on Dansby's mind. You better believe that.
Swing and a miss. Kyle Wright strikes out Verdugo. Vaughn Grissom is a major league player. He just handled his first ground ball. An easy play off the bat of Devers. He's got a beaming smile, and so does Mom. We head to the 2nd in Boston. Is ready to lead off the Braves' 2nd inning. No score here at Fenway Park. Matt had a hit and walked twice in last night's 9-7 Braves win in 11 innings. that squib foul at third. And Peter, you've noticed a distinct pitching trend already.
Yeah, massive. He normally is, as I said in the first inning, a very heavy four-seam fastball usage guy, at least 50% of the time. So far today, we've seen nothing but really off-speed. He's thrown 2 four-seam fastballs. The rest has really been curveballs and sliders.
Yep. Pitching backward.
15 pitches, 11 strikes for Pivetta so far. 2 of them to Matt Olson. He takes inside.
Another slider.
You throw a fastball to this team at your own peril. 1-2 pitch. There was one, but wasted high. They give Matt the entire left side of the infield if he wants to guide one toward third here. And tried to, but fouled it back. Braves did a super job of putting the ball in play last night.
Yeah, Matt did a good job of going the other way for a single. Nice, easy swing. Didn't try to do too much with it.
Full count. Swing and a drive. Hammered deep right at the 380 sign, and just enough room.
Wow, great job by Verdugo, just getting back to the wall and turning and making that catch. I thought it was gone, guys, but not a lot of wind.
If that's yesterday, that's a home run by
Yes.
30 feet with the temperature change. I honestly think that that cold air just grabbed a hold of that. That was smashed.
So 67 degrees at first pitch might have cost Matt Olson. And Pivetta, with a big sigh of relief, goes to work with Braves catcher William Contreras. William drove in a run last night, and he is 1 for 5 in the series.
Yeah, good piece of hitting last night. Hit a triple out in center field. Ball bounced around, showing his speed. But he's been clutch too lately. 15 home runs, 30 RBIs.
Two balls and a strike. Has word gotten through the Braves dugout, BJ, about how Pivetta's pitching these first 5 Atlanta hitters?
Oh, no doubt. Kevin Seitzer is on it.
That got a little of everyone behind the plate. And the count evens at 2-2. Last time Pivetta faced the Braves, May 26, 2021. He gave up 4 runs in that game. It was here at Fenway Park. Slow roller, and Pivetta can't handle it. It's going to be an infield hit for the Braves. Thank you very much. Boy, have we been victimized by those. Now one goes our way with 1 out in the second inning.
Well, great job by Contreras putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. That was a nasty curveball right there. Couldn't do too much with it, but using his speed right here.
Yeah, the minute this got past Pivetta, he tried to barehand it. The minute he got past him, it was over. There was no play for Xander. I'd make that play though, Bitch.
You saw Contreras. He smelled that hit right out of the box. He took off.
So Eddie Rosario will hit with a man aboard. Pivetta to the stretch for the first time. Braves have been so good this year when they score the first run of the game. They are 40 games over 500 when they do that.
There you see from the stretch, he has to throw that fastball right down the middle. 93.
Rosario checked into the game late last night and was 0 for 2. And a ball and a strike. Marcell Ozuna will follow. Then the Kitty Core, Harris and Grissom, 8th and 9th on the lineup card for Snit tonight. Good pitch. Another packed house at Fenway Park tonight. Had 34,000 here for game one. Similar numbers tonight, and a lot of Braves fans are here too to support the world champs. The pitch. As the Braves franchise began here in Boston, then moved to Milwaukee, and then came to Atlanta. A ball and 2 strikes. Into the shift. Arroyo fires to second for 1 and to first. It's a double play. Devers completed the turn at the second base bag, and the Braves out of luck in a scoreless second inning.
I want to show you something that I saw in the last at bat against Verdugo. Kyle Wright, and shows you how much this game's changed. Kyle Wright throws a changeup, and he looks for the radar gun. Back in my day, in my generation, radar guns were meant to say 100, and we try to throw as hard as we can. The generation now, they're very smart. They like to know the speed of their off-speed pitches to make sure that there's a differential between all the other pitches instead of just going as hard as you can.
Great catch right there, Peter. I would have never known that. You're right, the game has changed so much. You see that in little leagues now. These guys throwing the ball and looking for that velocity.
Well, Kyle's had good velocity in his first inning. Let's see what he has in store with J.D. Martinez in the Boston second. Martinez had a tough start to the night last night. He struck out in his first 3 at-bats. In his second 2 trips to the plate, 2 RBIs.
Yeah, Charlie had his way with him with that curveball. He just couldn't seem to pick it up. Didn't matter where he started it. JD had some trouble. Hopefully Kyle can do the same thing.
On the ground to Dansby. Gives ground. Long throw and on the money for out number 1. Here in the second inning, Christian Arroyo is the batter. But first, to look at our Georgia Natural Gas impact player. It's tonight's starter, Kyle Wright.
Check out these 15 starts. I'll tell you what, if you had told me he was going to do this time last year, I'd be shocked. But 15 starts, 10-3 record with a 3.29 ERA. Received 6 runs of support. It's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Christian Arroyo had a good game last night for the Red Sox. Peter, is there something generally or in particular with Kyle Wright that has led to that turnaround from last season to this year, in your opinion?
I like so many different things.
There's a line drive to right by Arroyo. This guy can hit.
Sure can. The biggest thing for me with Kyle, as it's the confidence with the other pitches and the fact that he's gone back to what made him Kyle. A lot of the times when you get to the pros, pitching coaches want to mess around, change a few things, but with Kyle, he stuck to his guns, found out what worked for him. That sinker and that curveball has really come back, and he's able to throw 4 seams as well. It doesn't have to be independent. You don't have to have one or the other. You can work your way through a game with both.
And I think the experience of having a full season down in AAA really allowed him to figure himself out and become the great pitcher he is right now.
Just to point an example, you look at Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler has so much success with basically 2 styles of fastball and a big breaking ball.
So right to the stretch for the second time. Reese McGuire is the Boston catcher this evening. Hitting .241, no homers, and 11 runs batted in. On the ground, and that's going to sneak through the right side for a base hit. Boston plays it station to station, back-to-back singles. Arroyo at second, McGuire at first, and Bobby Dahlbeck will be the batter.
Great job by Acuna, charging this ball really hard. Arroyo didn't even think about going to third base right here. Ball gets by him. Arroyo takes off like he wants to, but he looks to his right, and Acuna has the ball in his hand.
That's a great angle, isn't it? From straight on in right field, looking toward home plate. That's exactly what Ronald saw on McGuire's second inning single. Now Bobby Dahlbeck is up. He was 0 for 3 last night.
Big double play candidate here.
Dahlbeck took over after Hosmer fouled the ball off his knee and struck out all 3 times last night. Amazing stat on Dahlbeck. 271 at bats, 98 strikeouts. But 11 home runs. He is a definite power threat if he makes contact. 2-0. On the ground, right at the bag, off the chest of Grissom, got one, and that's all. Heck of a play. Looked like that ball skidded off the bag, and he played it like a catcher, didn't panic, and got the second out.
That's a really nice adjustment there. Didn't panic, as you said, Chip. Was able to get one out, which is huge. Obviously, you prefer the double play there, but to even get one out after you bounce the ball off your chest is a really good job by Vaughn there.
Yeah, I mean, way to stay in front of that ball, take the blunt of the pain there, because that ball bounced up on his chest. But like you said, keeping it in front of you, making sure of one out.
I'm glad he got that easy first one out of the way, because that was tough.
He's lucky not to have turned an ankle. His ankle spun crazily as he touched the pillow for the second out. And now they're at the corners with 2 outs. Jaron Duran is the Boston hitter.
Talk about this kid's speed, but yesterday he crushed the ball to right field for his 3rd home run of the season. Don't take this kid lightly.
That was his lone hit in game 1 last night. 3 homers, 14 RBIs for the former infielder, now playing center for Boston. How about Vaughn Grissom? 2 innings, 2 chances. That one that took place a moment ago, a lot more difficult than the routine ground ball he handled in the first.
Pretty sure in that situation as a young kid, you're running through what happens if the ball comes to you, and he knew he would have seen that ball, kind of like a nice fastball. His eyes would have lit up a little bit, got a bit excited, but to make the adjustment, I said, was just huge.
Well, it's like you said, he didn't panic. Kept the ball in front, made sure he got one out.
And now Kyle Wright, a strike away from sending us to the 3rd inning without a score. Arroyo at third, Dahlbeck at first, and Jaron Duran a 1-2 count.
Duran hit a fastball up and away out of the ballpark yesterday. Let's see if he can keep it down and in and tie him up. Well, they got the in part right.
That's where Kyle Wright features on the mound for the Braves. And here's where he'd like action. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he got it. A swing and a miss. Duran is down on strikes. 2 inning-ending strikeouts for Kyle Wright, who's off to an excellent start. Top of the 3rd inning. Ozuna leads off. Harris, and then Mr. Grissom makes his big league debut at the plate in a scoreless game.
Harris and Grissom on the way here, and of course Michael Harris, one of the first to greet Vaughn Grissom here this afternoon, and he goes, you know, we have been together since the very beginning. Of course, that just involves a season at rookie ball and a half season with Rome, and he goes, but right now he doesn't know what to feel. feel. I was in the cage with him, and I think he said 5 different times, this is crazy, absolutely crazy. But I took him to the Monster. He got to sign his name. And neither of us, of course, expected to be here this year, but super excited for him. And he goes, you know, we were hitting 2 and 3 in Rome, and now, guys, it's just 8 and 9, right, at Fenway Park. Welcome to the stage.
Well, in this inning, Kelly, they're hitting 2 and 3, so maybe they'll feel right at home after Marcell Ozuna leads off in a scoreless game. But yeah, it's such a treat to have youngsters get to the show for the first time, especially in a place like Fenway Park. And fouled away by Ozuna, who is in a ice cold spell. We got to get this guy going,
Yeah.
BJ.
Have to get him going. He has to start punching those hips through again. He's letting that ball get in on him, which was so used to early in this year, taking that out of the ballpark. And he has to start. You got to start from somewhere. And just like you see Acuna starting to just get base hits, focus on going the other way, lining balls, getting on top of balls. And that's something that I think Ozuna's going to have to start doing. Go to the right side. When he was going great in 2019, he was hitting bombs, Oppo Taco. We haven't seen that this year. He's pulled just about every home run this year.
Strike 3 inside corner, and that is Pavetta's second strikeout. So Harris and Grissom are coming up with the bases empty. Let's check out these two youngsters. Our player comparison is brought to you by Landmark.
Both of these guys are really talented players and very hard workers, according to Brian Snit. And look at the numbers. I mean, total games, career games, 227 for Grissom, 261 for Harris. And we've seen what Harris can do at this level. Hopefully Grissom can follow.
Well, Michael had a couple of hits last night. Vaughn Grissom waiting on deck. Talk about his eye-popping numbers in the minor leagues when we see him come up for the first time. But I think it's safe to say that Michael Harris has exceeded expectations.
No doubt about it. I mean, he continues to exceed expectations, especially in the clutch, which to me is the most important stat that you look at in a young player. Can he perform under pressure? Can he perform in clutch situations? And that's all he's performed in this year. 2 strikes, 2 outs. How many big hits have we seen him come through with?
And he just took a 4-pitch walk, and he'll be at first base. And here comes Vaughn Grissom as a big league hitter for the first time, hitting 9th for the Braves. Not afraid to swing the bat as a big leaguer, is he?
And a baby. You better believe Pavetta knows it's his debut. Wanted to try to blow that fastball by him. Love the aggressive attitude.
363 hitter at Mississippi, 22 games, 91 at bats.
And we certainly didn't get any slower.
Harris has a big lead at first. Pavetta. Breaking ball, chopped toward third. Close play at second. That's all they get. And Vaughn Grissom will reach on the force play. He'll stand at first with 2 outs.
Good hustle by Michael Harris getting to second base. If they even thought they had a chance of a double play, he really went in there hard and broke it up.
I like the fact he put the ball in play. So now we go back to the top. Think about the tantalizing possibilities of Harris, Grissom, and Acuna batting back to back to back.
It's a lot of speed, guys.
Throw Dansby on the back end of that too.
Yep. Fouled straight back.
No disrespect to Austin, but I will stop short of mentioning him in the speed category.
Hey, he has a lot of speed. God, I beg your pardon. Give him some credit. Had 2 triples this year.
You can beat him right now.
That's a little low. Saw that Grissom had 27 stolen bases in the minor leagues this year. And you know, Eric Young, the Braves' terrific first base coach, is trying to give him a crash course in Pivetta and all the other pitchers he'll be seeing in the next several days. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good lead. And time is called. Lost in the excitement of Vaughn Grissom coming up is the just disappointment of Orlando Arcia, who was playing so well for the Braves. Injured his hamstring. He was placed on the injured list today.
Yeah, I hope he has a speedy recovery, but those hamstrings, it's tough to gauge.
There's a base hit the other way by Acuna. Grissom around second, thought about going to third. But those long legs have him in scoring position with a 2-out single by Acuna. And here we go. Dansby with 2 on and 2 out.
Again, man, I'm so impressed with what Acuna's doing lately. You know, not trying to hit the long ball, just getting his base hits, getting back into a groove, getting on base, scoring runs. You know, he's such a talented kid, has all the tools in the world. And to me, he's showing everybody I'm not just a home run hitter. I can play this game however I want to play it. And he is starting to shorten that swing up, get his base hits. I love it.
That's the kind of swing that generates the power swing.
That's right. Remember Austin Riley, how it all started for him, finding that hole on the right side, and all of a sudden he was barreling up everything.
Big hole right side for Swanson. Pickoff play at second, and Grissom got back quickly.
You can see all the tricks that veteran players try to catch the younger guys or catch them off guard.
Well, they know the young guys are going to be so excited they may, you know, make some mistakes. But Grissom was on top of that.
Arroyo plays behind Vaughn at second base in the shift. The 1 in the dirt. Is it hard to remember that it's still the same game? It's just a bigger and brighter stage.
It is. It is. You can. I don't care how much you put in your mind. Hey, just stay low. Look, all these fans. This is the first time you've seen this many fans.
Yeah.
All eyes are on you. You're under the microscope.
The intensity's just turned up. Every little mistake has much bigger consequences.
2 on, 2 out. Good cut by Dansby, who fouled that away. A ball and 2 strikes. And that's what Michael Harris had said. Maybe it was earlier today when he was talking to Grissom. He said exactly that. Look, it's a bigger stage, playing for a winning team, world champions and all, but it is still baseball, and that's how Michael has been able to compartmentalize things.
I remember Michael's first day. I said, look, it gets easier, kid. Don't put the pressure on yourself. Don't think. Just be you. Said the same thing to Grissom today. Just be yourself. The game's easier. The pitchers are going to be around the strike zone. Stay aggressive. And if you can come up there with that mindset, man, we saw the game get easier for Mike Harris.
Pivetta wanted that last pitch on a check swing for Swanson. Didn't get it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves have their second hit of the game. Acuna's single to right. He stands at first and has a huge lead. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and that will retire the side. The Braves get a couple of base runners, but can't break through in the third. Top of the order coming up for the Red Sox. We're still scoreless on a beautiful night at Fenway Park. Ball from Fenway Park in Boston is presented by Truist. Kelly Kroll, Brian Jordan, Peter Moreland, Chip Carey with you. Good ball game. Bottom 3, no score. Kyle Wright facing the top of the order. And this one right back where it came from. Grissom backhand stab and a strong throw to get Tommy Pham. So that answers a question. Does he have range? Yes. Does he have a good arm? Yes. 1 out.
Yeah, good concentration right here. Ball hit up the middle. Makes it look so easy. Great footwork. Good throw. Look at Kyle Wright giving the old glove up.
And important for him to go and dictate the hop there. Great job working with Wash this afternoon. We saw that early.
He was so excited to come out and work with Wash. You could see it.
Who wouldn't be?
I know, right?
As Rafael Devers is the hitter. He hit the ball right at Grissom in his first at bat, and that's low. It's a 1-1 count. This guy's a terrific player. 60 RBIs, 310 average, 30 doubles. And a swinging bunt back to the mound. Take your time, Kyle. And his flip to first is an easy out. 2 away. And Xander Bogaerts is coming up.
Yeah, Devers is one of those young superstars, man. He's going to be around for a long time.
Really good sign, too, Peter. 6 ground ball outs for Kyle Wright so far.
We're so used to seeing that from Kyle when he relies on his infield and is able to get soft contact as well as the strikeouts. That's when Kyle's really locked in.
He's also doing a great job of keeping the ball down in the zone.
That's always a good idea with the Green Monster. 310 feet, they say, down the left field line.
Which leads me to a quick question. I mean, as a pitcher, does that bother you? Are you afraid to go inside to righties with the Green Monster out there?
So for me, if I had been afraid to throw my sinker inside, I would have had nothing left. So I have to trust that my stuff is good enough to, if I make my pitch and I execute correctly, there's no chance they're able to elevate and even get it close to the Green Monster.
0-2 pitch. That hurt. And Bogaerts hobbled as that ball caught him on the front leg.
I can't afford that.
Well, he lost Eric Hosmer, who got hit on the back knee last night, and now Alex Cora will come out and check on Xander Bogaerts.
Alex Cora is probably saying, what's next?
Oh. That was a front door sinker that he was clearly out in front. Sorry, front door changeup that he was clearly out in front with. You could either go back with that again, BJ, which would be a nightmare for Bogaerts.
Well, that's what you pitchers always do. You go right back in that same location. Which I get.
Yeah, he's not going to want to obviously do that again, so he's probably going to alter his swing, try and he can really take advantage of it here.
Oh, 2 pitch. Lined, and Dansby caught that. Almost overran it. That ball kept hooking, and Swanson caught it right in his breadbasket, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Kyle Wright. We go to the Atlanta 4th. MVP candidate will lead off our 4th inning. Let's check out our Synovus Get There feature. Austin Riley is on an unbelievable roll for the Braves. Look at what he's done over his last 34 games.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch. He's pretty much put this team on his back. 387 average since July 1st. I mean, he's barreling up everything, guys. He's seeing off-speed fastballs. It doesn't matter what you throw him. He's fouling off tough pitches and then sitting there waiting on his pitch to drive.
And he is breaking records held by Hank Aaron. He is tying records held by Hank Aaron, including one yesterday. The Braves third baseman tied Henry Aaron as the fastest to 30 homers and 30 or more doubles in a championship season. Riley, in 111 games played, turned the trick with home run number 30 here last night. Riley 0 for 1. The Red Sox guard the line for him with Rafael Devers. The pitch. And no swing. It's 1-2.
That's a good job of fouling that ball off. Fastball in. Off the plate, probably ball 2.
Well, he's been doing an excellent job of that. Brian,
Yes.
he's turning into a man not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
Yes.
And that's the count here as Pivetta comes set. Here we go again. Pitch number 57 coming to Austin Riley, leading off the Braves 4th.
Once again, fouling off those tough pitches. Better, he don't know what to throw him now. It's like I'm throwing him my best and he's fouling it off. What's next?
Take a look last night. This is the kind of thing that makes Austin Riley an MVP candidate. Takes 2 dotted pitches on the outside corner. No, I'm not going to swing at those. You know what I'll do? I'm behind now. I'm going to fight until I get my pitch. I'm going to fight Rich Hill. He's going to throw me everything he's got until eventually he lays one where I need it, and he can take that to right field. Unbelievable job by him.
Breaking ball, and he hammers that toward left center field. It's in for a base hit. Riley with 2 strikes. Stutter steps around first and holds on. Terrific at bat for Riley, and a good start for the Braves 4th.
Perfect time, Peter, because that was almost the exact same at bat there. He got a curveball up in the zone hanging. You hangy, we bangy as hitters. And boy, he did a great job driving this ball in the gap. Hey, Duran, talk about his speed, did a great job cutting that ball off and holding Riley to a single.
So Matt Olson is the hitter. Matt drove a ball to the 380 side where the Braves bullpen gate is. And the park just big enough to hold that drive, leading off the 2nd inning. Matt Olson's on pace for 83 extra base hits and 82 walks in his first year with the Braves. And a perfect pitch has him behind 0-2.
See Devers moving over towards second base. I mean, this is where 2 strikes, all you got to do is slap that ball the other way, which he did a great job of yesterday.
Matt fouls that off his foot. And we'll try again. Still no balls, 2 strikes. I know we say that all the time, Brian. Hey, just hit it the other way. But with the cut, the sink, the up, the down that big league pitchers throw, it's truly miraculous anybody makes contact.
Yeah, but with these shifts, I mean, you just work on getting your hands in. You don't have to hit it hard. Just put it in play.
Another fly ball. Duran says he's got it. And after some adventures in the past week, he gets a big cheer as he handles his first chance in the air in center field. 1 on, 1 out.
Well, this is the time of day where you got to keep your eye on the ball because you can lose it up in that sky. And we saw that, what, a week ago. Duran just lost the ball totally. Ball way over his head. And, guys, I think he just panicked and didn't even run after it. Probably a very embarrassing moment for him.
But no trouble with that drive from Matt Olson. William Contreras has the first Braves hit. It was an infield single back in the second. A little squibbered that worked its way past the mound. And downstairs, ball one. Driven toward right. Verdugo retreats, and he's going to make the catch. And back to first is Riley. Contreras squared that up, but again hit it to one of the deepest parts of this ballpark. And that's the second out.
I think, judging by the way Austin was reading that ball, he thought that ball was going to go a lot further. He was taking off as if he was going to be able to get to third. I think cold weather is having a real effect on the flight path of the balls.
Yeah, I mean, that was a line drive. Didn't get up the height. Austin thought that ball was going to probably get by Verdugo, but Verdugo was right there. Made it look easy.
And what wind there is blowing straight in from right toward the Braves dugout. So with 2 outs, Eddie Rosario's the batter. He hit into a double play in the second inning. So Rosario 0 for 1 tonight. Ozuna is next in our scoreless 4th inning.
Yeah, if you want to get the ball up now, it's over the green monster the way that flag is blowing.
And again, Peter Pivetta getting a first pitch breaking ball in for a strike.
Yeah, he's gone back to a lot more fastballs in the last 2 innings. I think it was because he's had such trouble in those first 2 innings getting through the innings scoreless. So he tried to mix it up, and he's done a good job so far. But he's going to have to go back to that pattern that we're used to seeing from him at some point.
There's a shot down the left field line, but that's going to curl into the stands. And now Rosario has a fight on his hands. 0-2. Another good cut. This one into the upper deck off to the left above the Braves dugout. And Rosario fighting hard with Pivetta, who's now thrown 67 pitches. Both teams had bullpens work overtime last night in an 11-inning game. We'll see how this one plays out at Fenway tonight. Pitch. Just joining us, lots of news before the game today. Obviously, Vaughn Grissom is here. Arcia to the injured list. Huascar Ynoa sent back to Gwinnett, and Kirby Yates active and ready to go in the Braves bullpen if needed tonight. Grissom's already made 3 good plays defensively, and he's reached base on a forced play at the plate. Another good take. Braves are again doing a much better job of getting back in counts once they fall behind, or if they fall behind.
Also doing a great job of getting Pivetta's pitch count up too.
Pivetta threw 86 pitches in 5 innings in his last start. That came against the Royals. He's on a similar pace on his home mound against the Braves tonight. Riley leads at first. The 2-2. He thought that was strike 3. Full count.
Peter, you want that pitch right there.
Not against us. No, it's clearly a ball.
Oh, it hit the edge.
So Riley will get a head start with a full count, 2 outs. Austin takes off, And the pitch missed inside. So instead of strike 3, it's ball 4. And Marcell Ozuna is up with 2 on and 2 out in a scoreless game. That walk's important for the point Brian just made. Pushes that pitch count ever higher. So that's the second walk for Pivetta. Ozuna struck out looking his first time up, and while the Red Sox try to calm down Pivetta, we step aside for a quick word from Zaxby's.
Try Zaxby's Chicken Finger Plate with Tongue Torch, Zax Sauce, or any of our sauces.
Well, will Ozuna get a first pitch fastball?
I really don't think so. I think he'll probably start him out with a slider.
A what?
A slider.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now the chance for the Braves. They have their first runner at second base. It's Austin Riley. The pitch. It was a breaking ball. And Ozuna took it. Strike 1.
Right there, I'm looking for that. And I'm trying to go yaya. Because he hung that pitch. Wow.
One thing we're told about Pivetta, and we have seen it before, when things don't go his way, if he gets a close call called against him, sometimes he melts down. The Red Sox are really trying to work on that with him. Remember, he thought he had Rosario struck out, walked him, and now he's got 2 on. And Ozuna in the box. Swing and a drive. That's hammered toward the monster. And it's gone. 3-run home run for Ozuna.
Well, now you see why Pivetta is frustrated not getting that call. 1-1 count. He tries to sneak that fastball inside. And when Ozuna is on, you will not get that pitch by him. Wow, welcome back, Marcell Ozuna.
That snaps an 0 for 21 streak. It's Ozuna's 20th home run. And so the key at bat in the inning, the 2-out walk to Rosario, gave Ozuna a chance to do major damage. So Atlanta strikes first. They lead 3-0. And Michael Harris is the batter. He walked his first time up. And this one back to the mound, and Pivetta will flip to first, and that will retire the side. Nick Pivetta gives up a home run to Ozuna. The Braves continue their barrage with 2 outs against the Red Sox. A 3-run shot high into the night and into the monster seats, and Kyle Wright leads 3-0. Looked that big to Marcell Ozuna, and it, like that jet, flew out of the ballpark. 3-run homer in the 4th inning for the Braves designated hitter, snapping an 0 for 21 streak. And now Kyle Wright can go to work, fellas, with a nice lead here in Boston. He'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters come up.
Guys, we know it's Boston. It's never easy here. Kyle Wright's going to have to keep that ball down. He is doing a great job so far.
He struck out Verdugo in the 1st inning. And he's 1 pitch away from repeating that sequence here in the 4th. It's been a rough ride for the Red Sox, who had a terrific June. They have won just 12 of their last 38 games, and an amazing stat as to why the Boston team is in last place. in AL East Series play. The Red Sox have not won a single series against their divisional foes yet this year.
Come on.
They are 0-11 and 1 split.
When you look at all the teams above them, over 500, even Baltimore getting it done.
This one's going to be dumped into left center field. Verdugo with a 2-strike hit. And that's always been the mantra, whether it be Bobby Cox or Brian Snitker here in Atlanta. You want to win your division, you got to play great against your division, and Boston to this point has not done that. So J.D. Martinez will hit with a runner aboard and nobody out. Remember, for Alex Cora, this is a club that won 92 games last year, and it has been a true roller coaster ride. What are the Red Sox? Are they the team in the middle of that graphic or the bookend clubs?
Well, it wasn't like you could use the trade deadline as an indication of what they were doing either.
It's almost like they aren't sure. Traded away their catcher to the Astros.
But I still think they got stronger in certain positions. I think Tommy Pham is a good leadoff guy, good outfielder, and Hosmer at first base. I think that's what you needed.
1-strike pitch for J.D. Martinez. And that tied him up. But for Boston, BJ, I guess it's 1 step up, 2 steps back, because if they don't bring back Xander Bogaerts, then what do they do?
Yeah,
right.
That's the tough card right there. And then you got Devers lurking and watching. You know, one of their superstars. You definitely don't want to lose him.
So those are the Red Sox problems. The Braves having no issues tonight, leading 3-zip. The 0-2, and Martinez down on that slider. He was paying attention last night. And JD is 0 for 2. There's your first out in the Boston 4th.
Great pitch by Kyle. Going to school of what Charlie did last night. That breaking ball outside, just out of the reach of JD, he's clearly struggling, because you don't see JD swinging at pitches like that, especially that many times in a row. He's a guy that relies on making adjustments so quickly.
This is the guy we got to get out. Arroyo.
Careful on that first pitch again. He likes to ambush.
Attacking. I love that.
Yeah. It's a good sinker working today. Down in the zone. That's a tough pitch for Boston hitters to handle.
Kyle has been extremely efficient tonight. 44 pitches, 33 strikes. He is filling up the zone. And again, guys, 0-2.
Getting ahead of hitters. So important to the success of Kyle Wright this year.
You can just see how devastating having 2 quality pitchers can be, because his curveball is so good by nature that they all know about it. But that sinker can bore in on the hands just as good as any pitch in baseball.
No balls, 2 strikes. And a swinging bunt. Contreras will pounce, and he throws a laser to first. There's the second out. And Verdugo at second for Reese McGuire. Fans, we got a flash sale alert. Tickets for the upcoming Braves-Mets series, which tips off Monday night at Truist Park. Tickets at the ballpark are 40% off. The flash sale is available only until midnight tonight. Get your tickets at braves.com/flash sale. I know school's in session. I know it's a busy work week. But the Braves love and need your support at Truist Park, as they have 7 games left with the Mets, all 7 of them in our home park.
That's a big series. I hope the fans come out in droves for that series. Get a little payback. If you can't get mad at those Mets fans for doing the chop and all that stuff after winning those games, oh my goodness.
You could see that the players were feeding off the energy in that park too.
Yep.
No balls and a strike for Reese McGuire, the Boston catcher. And that's off the plate. 1-1. Before we get to the Mets series, we've got 4 games coming up with the Marlins. 4 games in 3 days down in South Florida, including a Saturday doubleheader, our second doubleheader in a week. Out away, it's 1-2.
If I'm correct, Alcantara's throwing tonight. versus the Phillies.
Well, I hope that's
so
the case.
we may miss him. Thank goodness.
I would like to miss him. Yes. And the Braves could use some help. The Phillies have been playing great baseball. They are nipping at the heels of the Braves in the National League East, starting play tonight. The Phillies 3 games behind Atlanta. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And you're right, Brian. Alcantara is pitching tonight and leading Philadelphia 2-0. Mets already won today. They took care of business against the Reds, a 10-2 final. So the Braves need to win this game to remain 7 games back. Right ready. Here it is. And wasted high. It's 2-2. McGuire singled his first time up and was retired on a force play. 3-0 Braves, and Ozuna home run. Swing and a miss. Kyle Wright strikes out 2 in the 4th inning, and he's got a shutdown inning. Vaughn Grissom bats for the 2nd time, this time with a 3-0 Atlanta lead.
I want it now, I gotta rise up, rise up. I want it now, I gotta rise up, rise up. I want it now, I gotta rise up, rise up. I want it now, I gotta rise up, rise up. I want it now, I gotta rise up, rise up. I want it now, I gotta rise up.
It's an unforgettable night for Vaughn Grissom, making his major league debut for the Braves. He's played flawlessly afield. He's 0 for 1 at the plate, but did reach base. And now he bats as a big leaguer with the lead. 3-0 Atlanta as he goes to work in the 5th inning. And he tried to launch one over the Green Monster seats. Who can blame him? Take your shot, kid. He's got power. He had a game in Rome this year. There's the 0-1 pitch, which is rolled slowly foul. 0-2. Grissom hit not 1 but 2 grand slams in a game, and they came in the 8th inning and the 9th innings in a blowout victory. So he's got some power. And as we said, the 3rd youngest player in the major leagues. This is the first time the Braves have had 2 21-year-old starting position players in the lineup together since 2018, when Ozzie and Ronald were together. And again, that's what we were talking about earlier, guys. This is still a very young Braves team.
Bright future for this Braves ball club. And I just love the way they use those young players.
Swing and a miss. Grissom tried to get extension. And there is out number 1 in the 5th inning. That brings up Ronald, who's 1 for 2, and he's been hot. That feature brought to you by Texas Pete.
He has been hot, guys. Look at that average, 458. 3 extra base hits, but 6 runs in the last 6 games. He's getting on base. He's scoring. He's doing everything that the Braves could ask from him right now. His average is starting to go back up.
If you take the numbers out of it, I'll put it as succinctly as I can. He looks like himself again.
Yes.
Biggest part for me last night was the excitement that we saw from him after that slide, the jump up, the fist bump. That's what we've been missing from Ronnie.
And as exciting as that play was, something simply that you guys pointed out, backing up, slowly hit balls to right, being in position to hold runners, all the little things that make him such a dynamic and impactful player. All of that has been on display on this road trip.
And it's the stuff that comes naturally to him. And it's the stuff that's the first stuff to break down when you start to struggle, because you start to think about other things you're not normally thinking about.
2 balls, 1 strike. Well, let's get him on and let him run the bases. Acuna has 24 steals this year. His average at 275. The pitch. Pavetta's had a good slider and a curveball tonight.
Yeah, he has.
It's a perfect example of him pitching backwards, guys. So used to seeing lots of fastballs, and he goes a 3-1 slider that he used so often in the first 2 innings.
High hopper. Arroyo has to fire a strike to first, and Acuna is out number 2. Ronald is 1 for 3 in the game. Here comes Dansby. He has struck out twice.
Lately, you don't see Dansby striking out. Normally putting the ball in play, but Pavetta right now has his number with that big curveball.
And there it is again. Strike 1. Nothing in 2. '90th pitch coming up for the Boston right-hander Nick Pivetta. He began his career with the Phillies. For whatever reason, it just didn't work out for Nick there. Now he's making his 23rd start in rotation for the Red Sox tonight. And Dansby with 2 strikes guides that into right field. So Swanson continues his good work with 2 strikes and 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 in the game, and the Braves bring up Austin Riley, leading 3-0.
Great adjustment right here by Dansby. No, he struck out twice on that curveball. He changed his sights to just go the other way, put the ball in play. He stayed on it well. And it's wide open over there, guys.
That was a ball off the plate, too. So talk about coverage.
But again, Dansby looking over to the right side. It's wide open. Just put it in play.
Austin Riley scored ahead of Ozuna's homer in the Atlanta 4th. And he shoots one to center field. That is going to be playable for Duran, and he catches it just shy of the warning track. We're halfway through game 2 in Boston. Braves enjoy a 3-0 lead.
It's 3-0 Braves over the Red Sox. We've been talking about the debut of Vaughn Grissom here this evening, and I have made my way to the family section. And Mom Elizabeth, Lizzie, she's a little nervous right now, but he told me this afternoon what a dream come true this is for him, and he said right away, you know, whether it was Mama, whether it was Father, that you guys have been so involved in this journey. And for him, it's surreal. What is it for you?
It's unraveling a little bit at a time. Like, his favorite book was the Fenway Park when he was little. He had a shirt that he wouldn't take away because he thought he was Benny the Jet. And he said Braves, size 4, and he always wore it. So it's just like, favorite team was always the Braves, and he always was outside, always loved baseball. He tried all the sports, but baseball was one that called him. So we just supported him 100%. Whatever he wants, you know, we just guide him and made it possible. But a lot of it is, all of it is him and his heart, because baseball chose him, and he never had the extra training, never had the extra coaching. He just played outside, and he just wanted to do it, and that's what he did.
You had a moment to see him. You all went down next to the dugout and gave him a hug. I see your facial expression, but teared up in that moment. And did you even have the words for him, what it was? Yeah, that's what you're saying. You gave him a big hug. What was that like for you?
I just felt it because I know he was nervous. He got a call last night, and it was shaky, and I felt like he was cold. I'm like, you need a hug. You need a hug. You need a hug. But he's nervous to be here. He's excited to be here. It's a dream come true to him, so he's got to tune in a little bit and like wrap it all up. Like I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So we're in the same boat.
He said you were his first call last night. What did he say? How did that happen?
I couldn't understand him because he started calling me. When he called me, his voice started breaking down. And I thought something happened, but he was so excited and he was just crying. Like, I'm like, what? And then he's like, Mom, Fenway Park. And it clicked that this is his favorite book. It's always been. So it's just like, just one thing after the other one, just keep a puzzle, just putting it together. And it's I don't have words to describe it. It's just, I just sit there and go, oh wow. Well, oh, okay, well why not?
It really is a fairy tale.
It's like a just came around full circle. Full circle. And it's just sitting here at awe, just watching the whole thing.
Well, we want to let you enjoy this game and soak up this moment for all you can, but getting to see you live out your son's dream tonight, I sit here and I'm like, this is a lot of people. You always talk about the green monster. I'm like, there's a green monster. I don't know about that. Well, no matter what, this will forever be part of his journey, and I know he wanted you to be here and to share this moment with him. So thank you so much, Lizzie. We appreciate it. Thank you. Guys.
That's great stuff, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it amazing how life works? Vaughn's favorite book as a kid, Fenway Park. And this is where he plays his first big league game. Now Kyle Wright's got a little trouble. Top of the order coming up. Tommy Pham is the hitter. Dahlbeck a double to start the inning. Jaron Duran with a base hit. Red Sox have first and third. Nobody out. Trailing 3-0 with this dangerous part of the order coming up. You give up a run for a double play here. Pham has hit the ball on the ground twice. Once to third, once to second. There's ground ball to Riley. Second base one. Grissom's turn is a thing of beauty. Right on cue, a run scores, but the Red Sox have 2 outs.
Great job by Kyle composing himself. You said it, Chip. At any given point in this, you would definitely trade a run for a double play, and he makes his pitch. Sinker a little bit up, but gets him to roll over to Austin. Quick turn and a great turn by Vaughn. First double play in the big leagues. It's got to feel pretty good. It must feel good not only to get out of the way now, too.
Yeah, you know, Wash and him was working on those double play transfers before the game, and it was interesting just watching how quick he was. And right there, he made it look easy.
So Rafael Devers is the hitter. He is 0 for 2. 2 ground outs for the Boston third baseman. And again, more evidence from Kyle Wright. When the going gets tough, he gets tougher. Another ground ball double play turned in for the Braves right-hander, who now enjoys a 2-run lead. And a base hit into right center field. Devers is aboard with 2 outs. So the double play, huge play in this game. Bogart's the batter. He's 0 for 2.
I don't mind that hit, keeping the ball down in the zone, because Devers, you get that ball up, he can hit it a long way. I'd rather give him that single than watch him put the ball in the air.
By the way, that double play for Wright, the 18th double play ball he's earned in 22 starts. So one more man to get in the 5th inning. It's Xander Bogaerts. Cool scene before the game with Bogaerts and Chadwick Trump, the Braves backup catcher. Both Bogaerts and Trump are from Aruba. And they took a picture out in front of the grass between the mound and home plate. before first pitch tonight. Little squibber. Kyle's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and a terrific way to end the 5th inning. Kyle Wright gives up a run, 3 hits, but not the lead, and we go to the 6th. TV is now $64.99. Watch all out-of-market regular season games live or on demand, plus MLB Big Inning. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for all the details. Braves have a 3-run homer from Marcell Ozuna. They have 5 terrific innings pitched from Kyle Wright. They lead 3-1. And the middle of the order coming up in inning number 6. And way high for the Braves first baseman. 1 ball, no strikes. Olsen tonight fly deep to right his first time up and skied one to center in the 4th inning.
Playing here in Fenway, guys, we got to add on. Can't sit on a 2-run lead with this Boston Red Sox team.
And got a piece of McGuire on the way by. And fouled away. It's 1-2. Another off day for the Braves tomorrow. Then the big weekend series with the Marlins down in Miami. Then a gigantic homestand. The Mets and the AL champion Astros at Truist Park. Two and two. So Matt Olson doing what Matt Olson does. Working the count. Leads the club in walks.
Look at 2022 bases empty, 253 average, 24 doubles, 11 home runs, and 33 walks.
Slide step, and Olson bounces that over the mound. And Matt is out by an eyelash at first.
This is why Bogart is going to be so valuable in the free agency market. Not only can he play the game right offensively, defense is really good. Great hustle coming in, throwing the ball on the run, perfect strike.
Pretty good vertical by Pivetta too. But Bogart's bailed him out with a fine play, so Contreras hits with the bases empty, 1 out. And fouled straight back, strike 1.
Not sure I appreciate your tone with that Pivetta jump comment.
What?
I think you know what.
It was a terrific leaping try.
Pitchers are athletes.
I'm not insinuating otherwise. If it had been you, I would have, but not Pivetta. This one's popped back toward us, Peter.
I need a fishing net.
Just out of reach. It's 0-2.
Pitch 100 for Pivetta.
And with that in mind, the Red Sox bullpen gets busy. Darwinzon Hernandez, a left-hander, begins to throw. This is the first time Pivetta has been to 100 pitches since June 29th. There were some who speculated, Peter, that some of his issues were fatigue related. They gave him a 9-day break after the All-Star game. Had one good game. The others have been a little shaky, including tonight. As he has a 2-2 count. for the Braves catcher William Contreras. On the ground to third. Devers will vacuum that up. And 2 are out. And Eddie Rosario, the hitter. We often forget the minor looking plays in the middle of a game that turn out to be the big plays in the game. Remember, when Rosario was up in the 4th inning, Pivetta threw a pitcher's pitch. It was called a ball, a borderline call that went Rosario's way. He walked. Ozuna came up and hit a 3-run homer.
And you could really see the frustration on Pivetta's face when he didn't get that call. Next pitch, ball 4. And boy, did he pay the price against Ozuna.
That's 18 home runs allowed by Pivetta this season. And it came at a great time for Marcel as he snapped an 0 for 21 at the plate. He's got 20 homers. And now Rosario with 2 outs is pushed back. It's an even count.
Curveball right here. Yes, yes, yes. I wish I knew this much about baseball when I was playing.
Isn't it amazing how easier it looks up here? 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a little low. 2-2. And Eddie didn't get that, and Nick Pivetta with a 1-2-3 6th inning. 4, 5, and 6 on the lineup card coming up for the Red Sox. Sixth inning, it'll be Verdugo, J.D. Martinez, and Christian Arroyo. Kyle Wright, I would imagine, Peter, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, he looks great. 64 pitches to start the 6th inning. Really efficient. Everything seems to be working. Able to get in and out of trouble last inning. I'd like an efficient one. 3 up, 3 down.
Verdugo singled in the 4th inning. He struck out in the 1st.
Even just in the limited at bats that I've seen from Verdugo, he does not get off the fastball. He's really hunting that fastball.
Look how the Braves shade him in left field. Rosario has moved about 30 feet closer to the left field line here. And Kyle missed badly there. 3 balls, no strikes. Wright has yet to walk a hitter in the game, and that's a good way to approach the Red Sox in this ballpark. Make them earn it. And a 4-pitch walk to start the 6th inning. And now trouble afoot. J.D. Martinez is the hitter. As Brian Snitker looks on, we enjoy a quick word from Delta.
Delta, proud to be the official airline of the 2021 World Champion Atlanta Braves.
As we told you, Kyle Wright has 18 double plays turned behind him. One here from Martinez would be just what the doctor ordered. JD is 0 for 2 tonight. And Wright gets back on the beam with a breaking ball. Dylan Lee has begun to warm up in the Atlanta bullpen, a bullpen that has Kirby Yates as well available tonight. And Martinez missed a sinker.
Wow, thank you very much there. That pitch was way out of the zone. I think Snitno's guys got concerned on that first at bat. He didn't throw a pitch close. Were you concerned at all, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, with the way that he missed the last two pitches, I did see something mechanical, a little bit of a head snap towards the end of the last two pitches, but the fact that he's been able to dial it back in this at bat, I'm happy.
There's the double play ball. Grissom handles a high throw and a strike to first. Double plays in back-to-back innings for Kyle Wright, and just like that, 2 are out.
I talk about having a sinker or a changeup or something moving down that can be so effective once runners get on base, and you see it here. A sinker moving in on JD. He got so aware of that curveball after last night's performance that you can come in on him with Kyle's stuff, and you see the result there. Perfect double play ball.
Great execution of pitches there. Once he chased that second strike down and away, perfect pitch to run it in on his hands.
And 12 outs in this game on the ground for Kyle Wright. So Christian Arroyo, the hitter, he's 1 for 2. Base is empty in the Boston 6th. Kyle Wright, the National League wins leader at 13. Chasing down number 14 here tonight.
I'm telling you, Peter, he is doing a great job of pitching at the bottom of the zone tonight.
We've become so accustomed to seeing big breaking balls and high four-seam fastballs. It's strange to see someone spend so much time at throwing sinkers and living at the bottom of the zone.
So a full count for the Boston second baseman Christian Arroyo. We'd love to get him and then think about the 7th inning with the bottom of the Boston batting order. And he did just that. Leadoff walk, double play, strikeout, and Arroyo slams the helmet. Kyle Wright has been dominant tonight, and the Braves have given him a 3-0 lead as we head to the 7th at historic Fenway Park. Swing and a drive. That's hammered toward the monster. And it's gone. 3-run home run for Ozuna. Marcel's first hit against the Red Sox, a big one for the Braves. A 3-run homer in the 4th inning. Atlanta leads 3-1 now. Let's check out the metrics on that homer. It's our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
Tried to sneak a fastball in on Ozuna, and he hit it a long way. 403. Man, that's the Marcell Ozuna I watched in batting practice. He hit some long balls over that green monster and took it right into the game.
Now he'll face a new opponent, Darwinzon Hernandez. The Red Sox bullpen has had its share of troubles in recent days. Hopefully that continues here in a 2-run game. Hernandez missed outside, ball 1.
I happened to catch a game against Kansas City on Sunday where Hernandez came in to pitch. He had a little bit of trouble with his mechanics. They thought he might have had an injury. He was missing so badly, so hopefully he does the same thing again.
One thing he had going at AAA, though, Peter, was the strikeout ball. This man was averaging almost 15 strikeouts per 9 innings with Worcester.
You see that a lot of times in the minor leagues, just because you get so much more swing and miss down there. That stuff doesn't quite get the same amount of swing and misses up here, and you can see the results.
1 ball, 1 strike. Big hole right side for Ozuna. The pitch.
You can see the big arm. You can see why they like him. 96 there with a little lower arm angle. It'd be really tough against left-handed hitters, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
outside corner.
Not a strike right there. That ball went way around the strike zone.
Red Sox bullpen has the 2nd highest ERA in the American League. Braves are in it here in the 7th, leading by 2, with Ozuna, Harris, and Grissom coming up. And Ozuna didn't get the high heat. He's down on strikes. 1 up, 1 down. And Michael Harris coming up. He's walked and tapped back to the mound. The line on Pivetta, 6 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and the Ozuna homer. Kyle Wright has gone 6 innings with 5 strikeouts, 2 double play balls, and only 1 run allowed. One thing that's really impressed about Michael, lefty-righty splits don't seem to bother him. And Devers in on the grass at third in case he thinks about a bunt. If he slaps one inside the bag, he might get an easy 1-out double.
That's what makes Michael Harris so dangerous. Doesn't matter whether it's a right-hander or left-hander. He keeps that front side closed and generates so much power. I was watching him in batting practice, man. He was hitting some balls way out of.
Dahlbeck, nice play. Race to the bag, bad throw, and Harris is safely aboard. Collision past the first base bag. Everybody's all right. Dahlbeck rushed his throw knowing Harris was flying, and Michael is aboard with 1 out.
Wow, that has to be a base hit. I think he's going to beat the pitcher to the bag anyway.
Yeah, lefties fall off to the third base side. It's tough for him to get over there. Michael's definitely going to beat him to the base, even after the tough. Well, actually, he might have picked it and beaten him. That's a tough play. You've got to set your feet and try and make a good throw.
Yeah.
He gave the pitcher absolutely no chance there.
So again, the Red Sox without Eric Hosmer at first base after he got hurt last night. That might have cost them a chance to get Michael Harris. And now Grissom facing a left-handed pitcher up for the 3rd time in his big league debut. Swing, high fly ball, deep left field. Vaughn Grissom has homered over the monster.
Well, guys, I gotta say, the scouts, they know what they're talking about with the talent that we have in the minor leagues. First hit, first home run, unbelievable.
You want to talk about one of the cooler moments I've seen on a baseball field in a long time. The reaction between Vaughn Grissom and Michael Harris II at home plate was absolutely the thing that you have to see from these young guys. It is incredible. The emotion, just what's going through those 2 guys' heads right there.
Wow, guys who spend a lot of time in the minors together. And, man, to be a part of that, Michael Harris on base. Golly, Well, we didn't know what kind of power this kid had, but, I mean, that was out of the stadium.
So when you think about players who hit homers in their first games in the show, Jason Hayward, Jordan Schaefer, Jeff Francoeur, add Vaughn Grissom to that list in his third major league at bat. His first home run comes at Fenway Park, a ballpark that he dreamed of playing in as a kid. You heard Kelly with his mom Elizabeth talking about how as a youngster his favorite book was Fenway Park. And life comes full circle tonight. His debut against the Red Sox, he hits a home run over the Green Monster and out of the ballpark.
You know what's so funny? I was watching him in batting practice.
Ronald drives this one toward right. 2 outs.
I was watching him in batting practice. Let's take a look at his home run. I mean, that's a fastball up in the zone, and he flips the bat on his first home run. I mean, that's jumping on some heat right there. And then hit it out in the street. Look at the family. I love it. I love it.
Tears of joy for the entire Grissom family tonight as the Braves have opened up a big lead now. It's a 5-1 game.
But to quickly finish up on my story, I'm watching him in batting practice, and he hits one up toward the Green Monster, and it didn't go out. And I said, kid, stop watching that. You don't have that pop. Oh, my, I can't wait to see him. He crushed that ball.
No balls and a strike. So it wasn't Vaughn Grissom's first big league AB, but it was his first big league game. Jeff Francoeur, Austin Riley, Vaughn Grissom have homered in their first major league games. Eddie Rosario did it when he was with the Twins back in 2015. And Jason Hayward, Jordan Schaefer, and Jermaine Dye also hit homers in their debuts. Those last 3 men did it in their first at bat. So plenty to talk about on the Georgia Natural Gas 7th inning stretch. The day for Vaughn Grissom. Braves country, get used to that million-megawatt smile. Great thing happened to a great kid tonight.
Wow, they're looking at the video. Break out the iPad and see how far you hit it.
The Braves' top-rated prospect has done it all tonight. And a check swing and strikeout of Dansby Swanson sends us to the stretch. Harris and Grissom. How about that dynamic duo? They spark a 2-run 7th for the Braves, and that's what we're talking about. It's time for the stretch. Homer extends the Braves lead 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, with Dylan Lee taking over for Kyle Wright, who was awesome in this game. 12 ground ball outs, 5 strikeouts, and only 1 run allowed to the Boston Red Sox here at Fenway Park. Right in line now for his 14th win, which would take over the National League lead.
Really impressive. He was relying so heavily on that soft contact, really weak contact, lots of ground ball outs. Curveball was working. Sinker was devastating tonight.
Are you surprised he's out of the game with 77 pitches?
I think that the concern was that how many he missed so badly in the last inning. Something that Kyle's dialed in was that he's been around the zone so much better. So when you miss so badly with 2 pitches back to back and lead off walk, I'm sure they just wanted to get him out through the game. Clear mind, positive thoughts, leaving tonight's game and get ready for the next one.
And that next one is going to be a big one against the New York Mets. So Dylan Lee will face the lower third. McGuire, Dahlbeck, and Jarren Duran here, 2 left-handed hitters scheduled for the Red Sox. He went.
Look, I was thoroughly impressed with Kyle's bounce back game today. He really kept the ball down in the zone. Really impressed with how his demeanor was all game long. Like you said, Chip, he got into trouble, but he was able to get that pitch, the double play, to get out of it.
McGuire flies to shallow right. And Ronald is there for the first out. So let's break down Kyle's night a little further. That's our Zaxby's indescribably good play.
As I said, he just relied so good. You said it early, BJ. If he can kick the ball down, he gave up some homers against New York, but he did such a good job. Kept everybody off balance. All pitches were working. We saw the changeup. We saw the slider. We saw front door sinkers, and we saw front door changeups. He kept everybody, as I said, off balance and kept so much soft contact, so much weak contact, which is exactly what Kyle does when he's locked in.
Man, he was terrific down in the zone today with every pitch.
So Bobby Dahlbeck is the batter. Remember the play that Dahlbeck couldn't make. That led to Harris reaching and an extra Atlanta run. Dahlbeck is 1 for 2, a double, and the lone Red Sox to touch the Pentagon here in Game 2. Something else fun to think about. It's always the challenge for the manager, rest versus rust for the relief corps. We have another off day tomorrow. We just had one before this series started. And you've got another arm in the bullpen in Kirby Yates. So Snit has the balance of keeping Kyle Wright trending in the right direction and making sure his relievers stay sharp when we get ready to play again on Friday night. 2-hit game for Dahlbeck. He's aboard, and Jarren Duran is the batter. Or at least is scheduled to be. Let's see if Boston pinch hits. Looks like they will. This is Jalen Davis. We saw him pinch hit earlier in the series.
Yeah, Davis came in late in the ball game last night. Struck out on high fastballs.
And Lee missed low. 1 ball, no strikes. The Braves lead 5-1. 2 long homers, one by Ozuna, one by Vaughn Grissom. Kyle Wright, 6 innings of 1-run ball. See if Lee can get a grounder here. Little flare into shallow center. That'll drop in safely. Jalen Davis with a pinch hit. And now back to the top of the order we go with the Red Sox. 2 on, 1 out, and a 4-run game. Not hard hit, but hit well enough for a pinch hit single.
Almost carbon copies of each other. Soft singles, just dropping in front of the outfielder. Don't change anything, Dylan. Just keep making your pitches. That's all you can do.
Yeah, he made 2 good pitches inside. Jam shots.
That's downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Dylan's not sharp yet. And Kirby Yates is going to warm up for the first time as a member of the Big League Braves bullpen. Dangerous part of the lineup for the Red Sox. Tommy Pham is 0 for 3. He's hitting to a double play. Another one would be nice right here. Atlanta's turned 2 of them. And that sent Rick Kranitz scampering off the dugout steps.
He's going to play it off well, though.
Yes, Rick's beard was gray before that ball came his way. He's going to wisely head for safer territory with the 2-2 count. Fly ball center. Harris on the run. He's all the way back to that wall. It's gone.
Tommy Pham got a fastball middle. I was a little bit concerned about Dylan Lee's velocity before this pitch. He's been down a bit. I hadn't seen one over 90 miles an hour. That one, he reached back for a little bit more. Left it middle, right over the middle of the plate, and Tommy Pham didn't miss it.
It's never easy here in Boston.
Nope. So the Red Sox have a 3-run homer. This one from Tommy Pham, and all of a sudden, it's a 1-run game. 3 straight hits. And the Red Sox smell blood in the water here. There's a nice comeback. Lefty-lefty matchup favored Dylan Lee. Devers is out number 2. And out of the dugout will pop Brian Snitker. So Snit went and got Kyle Wright after 6. He was brilliant. Dylan Lee has faced 5 hitters. 3 of them have scored. And now it's a 1-run game. 5-4. Braves lead game 2.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Delta Airlines, keep climbing. And by Truist. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank.
This game is so important for the Braves. They have to win to keep pace with the Mets. And Peter, what an interesting situation for Kirby Yates to make his Braves debut with Xander Bogaerts up and a 1-run lead.
Well, no stranger to being in big situations. Kirby Yates, this is going to be a massive moment for him. Massive moment for anybody that's come back from Tommy John surgery. His first outing is going to feel really, really good. You've done all the hard work. 3 months in, there was no light at the end of the tunnel. All of a sudden now you've got your chance to come back and pitch in a big league ball game. There's going to be an unbelievable feeling. There's going to be some nerves. But he's done it before. I look for him to be dominant.
What's it like your first game back after Tommy John? Something you've experienced?
Yeah, it's just the emotions are so high. You cannot replicate this kind of feeling in the minor leagues or in any rehab situation. So coming into a big league game, there's nothing like it.
Xander Bogaerts represents the tying run. And the first one from Yates is upstairs, ball 1. Yates has not pitched in the major leagues since the COVID season 2020. It has been a long road back. 41 saves and an all-star appearance in 2019. And so you think about how the Braves bullpen stacks up. Kenley Jansen, Iglesias, Yates. That's really good from the right side. Matzik Minter and Dylan Lee from the left.
Peter, 92-mile-an-hour velocity right now. What does he get up to?
He can get up to 94, 95, but that's his bread and butter right there. That's the split finger that he can throw for a strike, for a ball. He's one of those different guys that has really good control of that split finger.
Yates made 7 rehab appearances with Gwinnett, pitched to a 1.23 ERA, 8 strikeouts. And missed with a changeup, 3 balls and a strike. You've got Verdugo waiting on deck. He's a left-hand hitter. 2 hits and a homer with 1 out, and Boston's right back in the game. 5-4 here at Fenway. Popped up. Grissom drifts out. He's underneath. He's got it, and welcome to the Braves, Kirby Yates. He gets Bogarts to pop out, and that sends us to the 8th. 1-run game in Game 2 in Boston.
Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet. Only from Xfinity. And by Georgia Natural Gas. Live the greener life.
Tight game in Boston. 5-4. Atlanta has the lead. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Jalen Davis, who reached with a pinch hit single and scored on the 3-run homer, takes over in center. And now Ryan Brazier, whom we saw last night, is out of the bullpen for Boston. He leads their team in relief appearances. Got to add on here. And the right guys are up to do it. Riley, Olsen, and Contreras for the Braves. Riley has singled and scored. He came home on Marcelo Zuna's 3-run homer. I'm still amazed at how well the ball is carrying to center field at Fenway Park. I don't remember this place being that friendly out in that part of the stadium.
Yeah, we saw 2 home runs yesterday early in the ball game go out, and I'm still baffled about it.
Red Sox hit 3 homers last night. Tommy Pham has hit their blast tonight, so back-to-back games for Pham with a home run. And he stands ready in left with a 1-2 pitch, and Riley didn't get that. There is out number 1.
And now a quick message from Landmark.
Hi friends, Chip Carey at Landmark Morrow, the #1 dealer in the Southeast, where you get the best deal on hundreds of choices and more for your trade.
Always the best deal, always.
Matt Olson is 0 for 3. A.J. Minter has gotten up and starts to play catch in the Braves bullpen. And that skies that out of play to the left. Strike 1.
See Matt a little frustrated after missing that one. It looked like he was going up there looking for that slider. Got his pitch middle, but was just missing it. That's the difference you see between Austin Riley right now and Matt Olson when they're locked in.
Right back where it came from. That almost took Brazier's cap with it into center field. And there's a 1-out start for the Braves in the 8th inning. Matt Olson's 2nd hit of the series.
I like that hit right there from Matt Olson, like he was just trying to get on top of something. Fastball. Man, get out of the way right there.
Flashbacks, I'll tell you that. Wow, that's not a fun feeling, but great swing by Matt there. That'll alleviate the frustration real quick.
Let's see what Contreras can do. He has an infield hit in 3 tries. Oh, he was aiming for the monster and fouled it back.
Good take right there. That pitch was close. See if Contreras can go in that right center field gap like he did last night.
$15 homers, 9 doubles, 1 triple for the Braves catcher. Has done the heavy lifting while Travis d'Arnaud recovers from that collision with Pete Alonso up in New York. And that's poked foul by the Boston dugout. Saw Travis today before the game. He was riding the stationary bike, trying to keep his fitness level up. Braves are hoping he'll be ready to go when we get to Miami for the series with the Marlins.
Still think that was a heck of a play. I thought he was out. I still think he was out.
A lot of the Braves don't disagree. I'm just glad Travis wasn't seriously hurt. And a clean, hard slide at the plate. With the New York Mets, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled at the plate. McGuire tried to steal that strike. Cora thought it was good enough. 2-2. Little dribbler again. This one on the grass. It's gonna be an infield hit. Contreras has 2 of those. And first and second with 1 out.
Good battle by Contreras. Putting the ball in play, Peter. You never know what's going to happen. That's 2 swinging bunts for Contreras today. Wow. He's a running catcher, has speed, takes off out of the box. No play at all.
So the Red Sox will talk strategy over as Eddie Rosario is the hitter. A chance to come up with a big hit for the Braves in the 8th inning of a 1-run game. While we ponder this sequence, let's step aside for a quick word from Truist.
Jessica was born to care.
That's my best friend. She don't need no.
Miss Hogan's class? It's Atlantis.
Today, she's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care.
Eddie has walked. That is a huge play in this game. So was the Dahlbeck errant throw to the pitcher covering the bag that allowed Harris to reach on an infield hit. Now he's up in a big spot where he could provide a lead with a hit. Olsen the lead runner at second. Contreras behind him at first as the Braves catcher. And Frazier facing his 4th hitter in this 8th inning. Braves 5, Red Sox 4.
Love to see Rosario get one, let it get deep and go the other way.
Left-hander Austin Davis is up in the Boston bullpen. Minter playing catch in the Braves bullpen. 1-0 count for Eddie.
You're in the hitter's count. Don't try to do too much with this pitch.
Two balls, no strikes. Took his shot. No problem with that.
Took a shot at the Ted Williams seat, I think.
Came out of his shoes on that pitch.
Ted Williams' seat is 521 feet away from the plate. We'll take one 390.
That would have made it on that swing, I think.
Two on the pitch. Fly ball that's headed for the monster. That ball is up off the green wall. Olsen scores. Flying around to third and stopping is William Contreras, and Eddie Rosario doubles off the wall and left. Braves have an insurance run. It's 6-4, and runners are at second and third with one out.
BJ, wherever your crystal ball is, you're going to have to share it with me, because that was brilliant. You said you wanted to see him go the other way, and look what he did.
Yeah, I mean, he took his shot 2-0 count, but it looked like he allowed the ball to get deep. Ball running back across the middle of the plate. He looked to drive the ball the other way. And here, I mean, look, if I'm William Contreras, I'm looking at the flight of that ball, and I'm running. He should have scored easy on that. You waited. That ball, you got to take off and go.
So now the infield comes in, second and third for Ozuna, who's hit a 3-run homer. And he's down a strike. How hard is it to gauge the trajectory of a fly ball when you're a young player like Contreras, Bryant, especially here?
I mean, I know you want to try to be careful, but I mean, you've been watching batting practice. You've been seeing that ball travel. And Rosario, when he hit that ball, he hit it a long way. So you got to read that ball was uncatchable off the top of the wall. You got to go. You got to trust it.
How about that great play down the left field line? It almost picked off Contreras, and now Ozuna is down 0-2.
I mean, scoring 2 runs this inning is very important. Nice backhand play there.
Ozuna with a fly ball to left center field. That'll be deep enough to score a run. Contreras is going to tag Rosario 2. He's going to slide in safely at third. A 4 RBI game for Ozuna, and the Braves are playing ABC baseball perfectly in the 8th inning.
That is a huge at bat right there for Ozuna. With 2 strikes, didn't try to do too much, trying to put the ball in the outfield somewhere. And he did exactly that. Contreras speed at third, no play. Good tag by Rosario going from second to third.
So that's going to be the end of the line for Brazier. He faced 5 hitters. 2 of them have scored. 1 of them's at third base. And now with 2 outs, Michael Harris is coming up to face a new pitcher. A major league player, and that's our T-Mobile coverage cam.
Getting it done, man. Parents are happy. He's happy. Did a great job of keeping that ball in front. And man, way to cap your day off right there. 2-run bomb and celebrating with the other 21-year-old Michael Harris. Both of those guys are probably just so happy for one another.
So the Braves get 2 more runs here in the 8th inning to extend their lead, and Harris versus Davis. Michael has the infield hit. That was followed by the Grissom homer back in the 7th. He's also walked and tapped out to the mound. "7-4, Braves lead it." Another run wouldn't hurt, would it?
I really like the fact that Michael's getting a chance to see a lot of different left-handed pitchers as well. Every time he goes up against someone different from that left side, he's getting another chance to see what's up here at the big league level, and he's making such good adjustments at every turn.
Good take, fastball away. After 2 sliders being thrown. And you've pretty much seen all his stuff.
So Davis now has forced a 2-2 count for Michael Harris. Braves are back to a 3-run lead. 7-4 is your score. And the pitch.
Michael's been so good in this situation, man. On third base, 2 outs. Putting the ball in play, getting that run in.
Doesn't play like a 21-year-old, does he?
Absolutely not.
Swing and a miss. And that will end the Atlanta 8th, but 2 runs on 3 hits. Rosario and Ozuna with RBIs, and the Braves lead is again 3.
Atlanta Braves Baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. The Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. And by Kaiser Permanente.
Jets, we need 6 outs for a 2-game sweep in Boston. Sweet Caroline playing on the PA system here in Boston. That's customary between the top and bottom of the 8th innings. And Braves country has enjoyed the fun so far here at Fenway Park. A.J. Minter is on to work the 8th inning. He's got Verdugo, Martinez, and Arroyo scheduled for the Red Sox.
Saw AJ last night come in and get a massive strikeout. Really good opportunity here. Got to get the first out.
Verdugo is 1 for 2. He has a single, a walk, and a strikeout.
I'll tell you, that last inning was huge for the Braves to put top of the inning anyway, to put 2 on the board after watching Boston hit that 3-run homer to get back in the ball game. To me, that takes all the momentum back, and like you said, hopefully you get out number 1 here and maintain that momentum.
Braves have scored 4 runs off the Red Sox relief corps. The Red Sox got 1 off Kyle Wright. They got 3 off Dylan Lee. And now Minter is behind Verdugo. 2 balls, no strikes. Orta and Sawamura are warming up in the Boston bullpen as Minter turns a 3-0 pitch loose and gets a corner called.
Talking about getting gray hairs. Kranitz is over there. Man, his hair is turning gray by the second. 3-0 count, back to a 3-1.
Full count. You guys played, I didn't. But it's something that Brian Snitker has said over and over and over again. Doesn't matter how good your team is, it is hard to win a major league game. Tonight the Braves are trying to win their 67th. Whoa! Had the plate, but it was low, I guess, and Minter loses Verdugo, a leadoff walk in a 3-run game.
It's going to be frustrating for AJ. Lefty-lefty matchup. Came back to get it 3-2. Made a decent pitch, but just too low. Got to make a big pitch now. JD Martinez had a rough night.
Martinez 0 for 3. He has struck out and hit into 1 double play.
AJ has had a good time with his changeup against right-handed hitters. I mention it every time because it's become so effective for him.
Hopefully he can get a ground ball double play here.
Martinez has struck out 4 times in this series. And again, Kyle Wright got him with the second of his 2 double play balls. AJ checks the runner Verdugo at first, and the 0-1 pitch. It's 0-2. Another nice crowd in Boston for the Braves' lone visit to Fenway Park this year. 35,406.
Man, it's so different when pitchers go strike one, as Leo Mazzoni will always say to me. Makes everything easier. I know it's not easy, Peter, but you have such an advantage when you do that on the hitter.
Verdugo seldom runs. He's only tried 2 stolen bases. Not going anywhere. Down 3 runs with Martinez up. And now the 0-2. Way high.
Just a little insight, Chip. A lot of the times, if I was to pick off in a situation that didn't feel like it was a pick-off situation, rather than just step off, if I felt like I wanted to get a better grip on a ball, I might just hoof it over there and then get it back. And hopefully, with just a little bit of transition, something can change and I can get a better grip from my slider.
Martinez fortunate to foul that off. AJ's 11th pitch. It is not a hot night, so moisture on the baseball I wouldn't think would be a problem, Peter, but does it feel like a cue ball as cool as this is?
I wouldn't think at this temperature. I think you'd be able to get a little bit of sweat happening, and that's the biggest issue.
And Martinez swings and misses. A.J. Minter with a cutter takes care of J.D. for out number 1.
That's so encouraging to see from A.J. too. As I said, the changeup's become his best pitch to right-handed hitters, but if he can get this cutter back, it's been missing a little bit. That's diving into a right-handed hitter. That's going to be really effective for A.J. moving forward.
Wow, that ball broke across so much. It almost looked like a slider to me. I mean, wow.
So the double play is still in order for Arroyo, who is 1 for 3 in the game. And he gets ahead of his man. Strike 1. The Braves 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Boston 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. 3-run homer for Ozuna, 2-run homer for Vaughn Grissom, RBI hit for Rosario, and a sac fly for Ozuna, giving him 4 ribbies in the game. And that's where we stand with the Braves 5 outs away. Kevin Plawecki has grabbed a bat. He would hit for Reese McGuire, the left-hand hitter. The pitch. Way high, 2-1.
Good fastball there, down in the zone.
96 miles an hour, and now Minter a strike away from retiring a tough hitter.
And now you have him set up. You saw that fastball down middle. He's got 2 pitches. One can be the cutter that goes into the righty, or one can be the changeup that goes away to the righty. Starting off the same point as that just fastball he just threw.
On the ground, foul. And Arroyo stays alive. He's had an impressive series. 3 hits, 3 RBIs against the Braves. Seems like only yesterday that Dustin Pedroia was playing second for the Red Sox.
Wow.
Now it's Christian Arroyo.
What a player. Dustin Pedroia.
2-2 count. Arroyo missed some time with a left groin problem. He went on the injured list in early July and missed 17 games. They're still without Trevor Story, who's got a right hand contusion. He's starting to swing the bat and maybe back soon for Boston, but after we leave town. The 2-2 pitch. And again to first. Minter comes set. 2 outs. Arroyo chased a high fastball. Second time he has struck out tonight. And now Reese McGuire will be taken down. It'll be Kevin Plawecki, the right-handing hitting catcher for the Red Sox.
That's a great pitch from AJ. The rising fastball up and out over the plate after a couple of cutters in. You got him thinking about that inside corner and then unable to hold up on that pitch away.
Looked like he totally missed his spot. Contreras is set up down and away, and he throws a fastball right by him.
Not every bad pitch turns into a bad result.
Exactly.
As Plawecki is the hitter, he doubled last night and went 1 for 5 in the Braves' 11-inning victory in Game 1. And there's your changeup, Peter.
It's become such an effective pitch for him. I keep saying it every time he's out there, but it's so hard to learn another pitch when you're already established big leaguer.
And keep 3 pitches on time in relief. No balls and a strike. AJ in so many ways reminds me of the way Billy Wagner pitches. Billy didn't need a changeup. I always said if he had one, it would truly be unfair. It was often enough, right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't stand facing Wagner. That rising fastball, short and stocky, just blowing it by me.
No balls and a strike. The pitch. Well, he'll be happy to know that because he's watching the game tonight.
Oh, I love him. I love him. He knows it. I did not like facing Billy Wagner.
I wonder if he'll admit to the fact that he was still trying to find different pitches to throw at the end of his career. Even though he had established whatever he'd done in his career to that point when he came to the Braves, he was still out there every day trying to find something different to baffle the hitters with.
Let's see what Minter can do to get us to the 9th. 1-1 pitch. He was rolled foul, and now he's a strike away. Again, he hasn't been able to time that changeup. So he's got 3 pitches to end the inning.
Right, and the last time Plawecki probably saw Minter, he may not have had that changeup. It's such a new pitch that he's developed that's the reason why he's thrown it a couple of times. Now you can, as you said, Chip, you have endless options. You can go up and away again with that fastball. You can throw that changeup and try and get a swing and miss, or you can go fastball up and in and a cutter off that.
But don't lose him. The best he could do is make it a 1-run game. So there's the fastball high. Let's see what that sets up with a 2-2 count. The reason I say that, you got Dahlbeck waiting on deck, and he's a powerful hitter, and he's got 2 hits. And Plawecki trying to do all he can to bring that man to the plate. The 2-2. Struck him out. A.J. Minter strikes out the side after a leadoff walk. Atlanta is in command of Game 2. 7-4 is your score. Vaughn Grissom will bat again when we return. Grissom has had a fantastic night. His first as a big league player. This is the capper in the 7th inning, guys.
Made that look so easy, guys. Fastball up in the zone. This kid, he knows how it feels to hit a bomb. He flips the bat. Parents are very happy up there in the stands. And look at the other 21-year-old Michael Harris with the big handshakes. Wow, that had to feel good.
And there's only one thing left to do. That's experience your first major league win. And Atlanta's in front 7-4. 14th Braves player with a homer as his first major league hit. It was last done by Austin Riley. And we know how Austin Riley's career has been rolling for the Braves as Caleb Ort is on. Ort was the man who took the loss last night. And Plawecki in behind the plate. So new battery for the Bo Sox as we head to the 9th inning. Raisel Iglesias is the man up in the Braves bullpen with this 7-4 advantage. And Jansen worked an inning last night.
It's the first time I've seen Grissom swing a miss. It was a very controlled on a breaking ball. Usually see guys out in front.
A little anxious.
Yeah, that's a pitch he's going to have to recognize. Got to see a little more of those.
And we saw Michael be able to do that so well from a bat to a bat.
That got a piece of Plawecki on the way by. In fact, it caught him on his bare hand.
Young players coming up, they're going to see a lot of those. And they have to show the pitcher and the team that they can hit that. They can handle that pitch. That happened to me. I came up hitting all fastballs, thinking this game was easy, Pete. And those curveball sliders sent me right back down. Got to be able to recognize that spin out of the hand.
A little too high. '21-year-old Vaughn Grissom has had quite the big league debut. The pitch. Line drive into left field. He's got a 2-hit game.
Well, guys, he can hit the slider.
So the whole Grissom family is here from Orlando, Florida, watching their son have a multi-hit game in his first as a big leaguer.
I mean, just terrific approach there. I mean, you saw enough of those sliders, and Ort thought he could get him on the outside corner. He reaches out there and pulls the ball back to left field for a single. Good job, Mr. Grissom.
So here's Ronald. He's 1 for 4 in the game. And this one's popped toward right. Verdugo on the run near the line, near the wall. Won't have a play. It's strike one. Last 7 games for Acuna. He's got 12 hits. He scored 6 runs in that stretch for the Braves. And as Brian said, his opposite field approach has really gotten him back on the beam, if you will. And it's 0-2. Dansby Swanson waits on deck. Ronald would like to get in on the fun with the green monster in left. fouled it away. A week and a half ago, Brian, those pitches are by him.
Yeah, I mean, that's what impresses me more than anything. He knows the Green Monster's there, so you would think he would be trying to lift and separate, but he's not. He's staying in control.
It'll be Iglesias if it stays 7-4. It'll be Jackson Stevens if the Braves add on here. And Acuna is rung up on a check swing. So Ronald didn't like that. He is out number 1 in the 9th, and Dansby Swanson will be your hitter. Again, we've got the big weekend series with the Marlins. Then starting Monday, the Mets are in town for the first of 7 showdowns head-to-head at Truist Park. It's a flash sale alert. For the 4-game series, Braves-Mets tickets are 40% off. That flash sale is available till midnight tonight. Get your tickets at Braves.com. Grissom is on the run, and he is in safely. His first big league stolen base. Those long legs got him moving fast, and he's in very easily.
What does this kind of game do to set you up for the next couple of days? You know, you come up, it was such a big rush, and then you get out of the way, you get your stolen base out of the way, you hit your first home, you got another knock.
Well, what it does is gives Brian Snitker an idea of what this kid is all about. He can run, he can hit for power, he can hit singles, get on base for you. He can do it all. It makes the manager more comfortable now, because I don't think anybody knew what to expect out of Grissom's night tonight, and he's proven already that he can get it done.
It means a run for Dansby. Swanson 1 for 4. His 95th hit since May the 23rd. Dansby's on pace for 184 hits this year, which would approach a modern-day Braves record for a shortstop. Rafael Furcal holds that record.
The thing that's most impressive is all of our young guys. They've come up, and once they got on base, they were so aggressive. So, I mean, they showed their speed. They showed that they have all 5 tools to be successful at this level. So it has to make Brian Snitker comfortable of saying, I'm putting him back in that lineup the next day and the next day and the next day. He can handle it.
And it's important to do that, too, because, look, this is a Braves team that's built to hit home runs. It served them extremely well last year. But something Atlanta has talked about improving, and something Brian Snitker mentioned to me, Braves are 7-18 this year in games in which they don't hit a homer. You can manufacture runs with your legs. What a great weapon that is, as Dansby picks up his second hit. Here comes Grissom around to score. Braves add on. Dansby Swanson with another 2-strike hit. Give him RBI number 60 on the year, and it's a 2-run game for Vaughn Grissom in his debut.
Wow, I mean, Dansby started the day off with 2 strikeouts, and he's come through in his last 3 at-bats with a couple of hits in the RBI, man. He just gets it done. This is a good pitch, fastball on the outside corner. What does he do, Peter? Gets his hands in, goes the other way with a man at second base, gets the job done as usual.
So Fenway Park filled with Braves fans. They are chopping away in Boston. The Braves with 5 runs off the Boston bullpen. They've extended the lead to 8-4.
Wow. If you're a Boston player, you're like, man, it's really going bad right now. You got more Braves fans in the stands right now. Wow.
2-0
for the
pitch.
Braves.
Oh, Riley took a shot at the monster and came up empty. It's 2-1. If this score holds, you guys have any guesses as to who Kelly's post-game guest is going to be?
Well, let's see. He's 21 years old.
Yep. That whittles it down to 2 guys I can think of.
Yeah.
And 3 if you count Spencer Strider, who hasn't played tonight. But yeah, Vaughn Grissom, all the way from AA Mississippi, has made his presence felt at Fenway Park tonight. The pitch. Up the middle, Bogarts to his left. He'll go to the bag himself, and a graceful throw to first. And that will retire the side. Vaughn Grissom has scored 2 runs, including a big insurance run in the 9th. From sunny South Florida, the Braves and Marlins will play 4 games in 3 days, and our coverage on Friday night begins at 6 Eastern on Valley Sports Southeast and the Valley Sports app. It is, as always, the Friday Night Showdown presented by Kaiser Permanente. The Braves haven't announced their starting rotation yet for that series. We know we'll miss Alcantara, who pitched tonight for Miami. So let's wrap this one up, have a nice off day at the beach, and get ready for a big weekend with the Fighting Fish.
Rysell looked great last night. Did give up a run on a couple of soft hits, but the other stuff was really good. A couple of different arm angles. Some breaking stuff, some high velos. Saw a good changeup from him last night too.
Love the fact that he's coming back-to-back nights, so we can really get a look at him. Got a day off tomorrow before that series in Miami. Huge addition to this bullpen.
Not a save situation, so you don't use your closer Kenley Jansen. What's so interesting is you have 3 guys who can close from the right side for you. Jansen, Iglesias, or Kirby Yates, who debuted as well tonight. And that ball is lined and caught by Riley, who is hugging the line. Bobby Dahlback's bid for a 3rd hit is snared at 3rd base. 1 out.
Wow, talk about instincts. That ball was crushed. And Riley reaches over and makes a play here. Late in the game, you got to hug that line. He took it right away from him.
Braves fans chanting MVP for Austin Riley as Jalen Davis is up. A pinch hit single and a run ahead of Tommy Pham's homer.
How about that, guys? You're on the road and they're yelling MVP for Austin Riley. Braves Nation travel everywhere.
So if this score holds, Kyle Wright will take over the sole possession of the league lead in wins. As that's a little too high, I guess, to Jalen Davis. 2 balls and a strike. Wright should go to 14-5 on the year after 6 innings of 1-run ball tonight. His first start at Fenway, a rousing success.
And with just 77 pitches, you talk about efficiency. He was very efficient tonight, down in the zone. All his pitches working, Peter.
12 ground ball outs, 2 double plays behind Kyle Wright. And now Iglesias has a 3-2 count for Jalen Davis. Ouch. That was close to the knuckles. Pop fly foul. Things get no easier for the Red Sox. Up next, a makeup game with the Orioles. Then they've got 3 with the Yankees this coming weekend. On the ground, Dansby Swanson's going to gobble that up. And Davis is out by a stride, and the Braves are an out away from a sweep in Boston.
Look, Peter, I already love this guy, Iglesias. He is getting the ball and getting on that mound and throwing, and he is not wasting any time. As a defender, you love guys like Iglesias.
But he knows when the moment is to step off and take a breath and make sure you're in. He got behind 3-1 there, stepped off, took a breath, got himself back in the count, made a good pitch, 3-2.
Tommy Pham with the big blow for Boston tonight. A 3-run homer in the 7th. That trimmed the Braves' lead to a run, but the Braves got 2 in the 8th, 1 in the 9th. And have pulled out to an 8-4 lead. I like the fact this guy's not afraid to pitch inside. Whether by accident or by design. Looks like it's going to be real effective for Iglesias. That knocked off Contreras' mask. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and now we're 1 pitch away from having a happy flight down to Miami.
I love the way the umpires and catchers take care of one another. Ball hits off of Contreras' mask. The umpire just walks out, gives him time to recoup.
All the Braves fans are on their feet in Boston. Ball game. It's a sweep. Atlanta beats the Red Sox 8-4. That's your final score. What a night for that young man, Vaughn Grissom.
Terrific night. Terrific debut for Mr. Grissom. Didn't know what to expect out of this young man, but we have seen it too often this year. 21-year-olds coming up, getting it done. And what a first night for him and his family who was here to celebrate with him. A big home run, a single, scored a run, stole the base. A lot of firsts, Peter.
Really good job by the Braves to come back after a tough weekend in New York and sweep a team that needed to win just as badly as we do. Sweeping the Red Sox is always tough, especially in Fenway, to get that job done. And what a night for Vaughn Grissom. Proved he can play both sides of the ball, made some great plays, swung the bat unbelievably well, and I'm sure he will never ever forget this night or be able to sleep till probably tomorrow.
And if you're heading to Miami, what better way to go to the Sunshine State if you're 21 years old and in the big leagues for the very first time. So Kyle Wright picks up the win. He's 14-5. Nick Pivetta takes the loss. He falls to 8-9, and the Braves now have a 3-4 road trip with 4 games left to be played down in Miami against the Marlins, who are having struggles of their own. So Kelly Crow, what a night for Vaughn Grissom, your post-game guest.
Without a doubt. Before this game, Vaughn, you told me it was surreal to just be here. So now describe what that trip around the bases felt like after you watched your ball go over the monster.
I didn't feel a thing. I didn't feel one thing. No, I hit it. I literally blacked out until I saw my first base coach, and we made locked eyes, and I just started laughing. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this actually paid off. I was just super shocked. It was just, what a moment, you know. I didn't know what to think except wow.
Tell me someone got you that ball.
I've heard that they got it. They might have tracked it down. I don't know, man. But I wasn't even thinking about that, really. It was just more of like a moment thing. Oh, no.
Little rookie hazing going on here.
Like a moment thing, though. But it was great, man. It was really great just to live in the moment and see what happens.
I saw you in the dugout with your teammates around you in the iPad. What was the reaction like from them?
I mean, first of all, I got the silent treatment. So I was kind of surprised by that. I walked in, I was like, oh, this is what happens. So I just got to the end of the dugout, and then I just waited. I was like, dude, they better be coming soon. They better not wait long with this because I'm too excited.
Like, this is what it feels like. Okay.
Oh no, man, it was crazy.
Well, and to experience this with your family here, how meaningful is that?
I can't even put it to words. Like I guess we've all really got me here. You know what I'm saying? We've all got me here to this point. So like for them to be here to watch it was, I mean, that was one of the best things in my life, honestly. My first game, like, wow. I was looking for them. I couldn't find them until like a little bit later, but it's all right, man. It was great. I ended up finding them. It was awesome.
Can you hear them chanting your name right now?
Yeah, I can.
That's crazy.
Focus is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
This is the easy part, okay? Well, I hope it is. Your teammates were showing you how to do the sword chop properly. Can you give us one more and see where you are at this point after game one?
Like that right there. Not too much, not too little. That's it.
Congratulations. What a moment. Enjoy this, guys.
Great job, Kelly. And those two kids, teammates at Mississippi, starred for the Braves in this series in Boston. What a wonderful present and what a wonderful future could be in store for those two kids wearing Braves uniforms.
What a pleasure to see these two kids. I cannot wait to see what the next 5-10 years is in store for this Braves team. What a kid, what an attitude, what a personality. Oh, this your first interview live on television and you absolutely nailed it, Vaughn.
He sure did, man. And man, the future is bright here in Atlanta. And golly, he's already signing autographs. He's a hero to some of these kids already. And like you said, Peter, he handled himself very well in the interview. I love his energy. I love his charisma. And, man, it's going to be fun watching this kid over the next week.
So his first big league game may have gone by like a blur, but he won't forget it, nor will his family, as Vaughn Grissom hit his first big league homer for his first big league hit. A multi-hit game, 2 runs, a stolen base, handled everything in the field flawlessly. And oh, by the way, the Braves won the game and swept the Red Sox. So a day of rest tomorrow. On we go to Miami for a 4-game series starting Friday on Valley Sports Southeast. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock. BJ, Peter, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you back home in Atlanta. And Braves Live, presented by Xfinity, wraps it up from Boston.